Lil Durk isn't on stage. He's not on tour. He's sitting in a federal detention center, facing the fight of his life. No interviews, no press conferences. Just one method left to speak his truth: a phone call and a microphone. From inside a jail cell, Durk recorded and released Deep Thoughts, an album that's part music, part message, and possibly his final statement as a free man. With a federal murder-for-hire trial set for October 2025, everything is on the line: his career, his freedom, and the legacy he's built in hip-hop. This isn't just about rap anymore. It's about survival and how far someone will go to protect their story when the system is closing in. On March 28, 2025, Deep Thoughts dropped, Durk's latest album, entirely recorded through prison phone calls. No fancy studio, no lush production, just raw vocals transmitted from a jail cell. His team had producers hold phones up to monitors while he rapped over beats he never heard in person. Every line was scrutinized, every word carefully measured. Because this wasn't just music, it was strategy. Lyrics that once glorified violence now speak in riddles. Explicit bars were scrubbed, gun references bleeped, fans were divided. Some called it watered down, others a necessary evolution. Durk's team didn't just make an album, they built a defense. But the prosecution saw something else: a confession. They planned to use his lyrics as courtroom evidence. Lines like, "I'll pay $1 million just to see him dead," won't be heard as art. They'll be seen as intent. Critics warn this tactic weaponizes creativity, but prosecutors argue, when you're under federal investigation, words matter. This raises one chilling question: can rap lyrics become your downfall? Durk faces serious charges: conspiracy to commit murder for hire. The target? Rapper Quando Rondo. The victim? His cousin, Lil Pab, shot and killed in a botched 2022 hit in Los Angeles. The feds say Durk orchestrated the entire operation, funding it through his rap collective, F. Investigators track travel records, rental cars, and hotel bookings, all linked to Durk's accounts. 230 gigabytes of digital evidence, text messages, wiretaps, social media posts paint a web of coded communication. Phrases like "smoke that boy" and "handle business" are now evidence. The prosecution believes these were commands, not metaphors. But it doesn't stop at paper trails. The third pillar of the government's case is the most dangerous: witness testimony. Federal documents confirm at least one alleged shooter has turned informant, and that informant claims Durk was involved from the start. Even more damaging, Durk is linked to another alleged plot in Chicago. Though not charged, prosecutors say he planned retaliation for his brother's death, offering money to eliminate a suspected gangster disciples leader. They're using that uncharged case to establish a pattern of violent intent. Durk's defense: that his name was misused, that the words weren't commands, but creative expression. But will a jury buy that? When lives were lost, Deep Thoughts wasn't just a musical release, it was image control. Every feature, every song, every beat, designed with courtrooms in mind. Future's verse on "They Wanna Be You" brings street credibility without legal risk. Jhené Aiko's soulful hook on "Can't Hide It" paints Durk as a vulnerable father, not a criminal mastermind. Even the AI-generated cover avoids prison imagery, opting instead for shadows and symbolism. Durk isn't just making music, he's controlling the narrative, but the fallout has already begun. Durk's once pristine public image is unraveling. Cities revoked honorary keys. Campaign donations became political liabilities. Even longtime collaborators like Drake and J. Cole have remained silent. Some fans rally behind Number Free Smirk. Others call him a fraud. As his legal troubles mount, the line between performance and reality continues to blur. Is Durk a victim of systemic targeting or a product of the very world he rapped about? Durk faces an uphill battle. Federal courts have a 90% plus conviction rate. conspiracy charges don't require him to pull the trigger, just to be involved. Add in firearm enhancements and murder for hire allegations, and Durk is staring at a possible life sentence. A plea deal could reduce it to 20 to 30 years, but it would require him to admit guilt, shattering his reputation in the streets, and the whispers have already begun. Rumors of snitching, of crew members flipping to save themselves. Durk's silence could make him a martyr. His cooperation? A pariah. Durk's legacy is complicated. To some, he's a father, a provider, a survivor. To others, he's an opportunist who abandoned his block and profited off trauma. Old feuds with Chief Keef. Diss tracks from his own crew. The tragic death of King Von, now a flashpoint in his rivalry with NBA YoungBoy. Each move Durk makes is dissected, and now his career, his family, and his freedom hang in the balance. October 2025. That's when the trial begins, and it won't just decide Durk's fate, it could reshape hip-hop's future. Will he be remembered as a cautionary tale, like King Von or FBG Duck, or will he beat the odds, emerge stronger, and reshape his narrative? For now, he's caught between two worlds, the streets that built him and the system that might bury him. And in the middle of it all, a voice on a prison phone.